sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Ready. Alert.
Now ETN to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you. Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And to throw again is Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And they'll run with ETN. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd and goal, Lawrence. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
9th play now in this long opening drive. Can they cash it in on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run with ETN. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the right hash, and this one just to chip it. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Here we go. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Lawrence now off the bootleg. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We're scoreless after 1.
Ready?
Now Lawrence on 1st down. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready, set.
Again, it's Lawrence. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brandon Ayuk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's going to look deep down the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 5 now. Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And that's complete ETN out of the backfield. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They go play action with Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Gets past one man. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And Ingram holds it in. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now with 1st and 10 at the 11. Lawrence will throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that, the end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Full run show Fatukasi has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Burrow. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And take it right on the 30. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It'll go as a gain of 4. And just like that, it's third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yard.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Chidobe with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 3rd down, Burrow. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to get it back here just past the 35. With Charles in a tie game, you always wonder who's going to be making the big plays. Right now, it's not the offensive players. We're seeing these defenses step up and take control. Both of the last 2 drives have ended with interceptions.
They are certainly dictating this game, aren't they? Now it's going to come down to which offense can follow their defense's lead and step up in the clutch themselves.
47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Jags force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
Okay, break.
Now on on 2nd and 16. Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals will take over here just shy of the 30. Second half, close game, and we're certainly seeing some exciting plays, but it's really been the defensives. That's now back-to-back drives that have ended with interceptions.
Yeah, the guys on the other side of the ball, as we like to say, the defenders, they've been the difference makers for their teams. And when they're taking their game up to this kind of a level, I want to see what happens with these offenses. Can they match them as this game goes on? Or will the defenders continue to have full control of this one?
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
11 MT, take 11 12, 12, 12.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
11, 11, 11. 11 MT, take 11 MT, take.
Now it's Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Past the 20. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And the Jags are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Etienne is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. That's on the guard, Alex Kappa.
On the line, ready?
After the penalty. It's Mixon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Tackle made by Foley Fatukasi, the former UConn Husky.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
11 MT, tank. 11 MT, tank.
Again, it's Mixon. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Mixon. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
11, 11.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11, 11.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trayvon Walker able to get him for a loss of about 3. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before you get the 1st down.
And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, The manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Trayvon Walker able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense?
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Here's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing, Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Jaguars are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. ETN once more. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Lawrence. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
So this will be a win